Hi everyone, just going to show how to operate the Arcadis bomb machine. So consider this the video instruction manual for the Arcadis bomb machine. As you can see, the marquee light currently is off as opposed to one that is on. We have two joysticks for two-player games and 6-button control, and these buttons depend on what system you're in. If you're in Nintendo, you're only using this 2 button here, and then if like Genesis or Super Nintendo, you might be using all of the buttons. And you have your selection button, start button. This left one also acts as the insert coin button, because as you can see on our machine, you don't have any place to insert quarters into. So again, this left button will act as the insert coin button, and then the right one will be your start button. Okay, so select, start, insert coin, start, and then these ones will vary depending on what game system you're in. As you can see on the side, you have your power switch. So first thing you would do is connect the cord into your wall outlet, the power cable here, and then flip the switch. That's next to the speaker on the left side of the machine. As you can see, the marquee light turns on, and then you have your introduction screen. So at this time, let's wait until the system boots up. So leave the machine alone for a couple seconds until it boots up. And there it is, the main screen. So as you can see here, you've got different game systems. This one would be Final Burn Alpha system. And then you have MAME, Arcade, Sega, Nintendo, and a different Sega system, and a different Nintendo system, and back to Final Burn Alpha. And underneath it here, you can see also how many games is available for that system. If you move it and then give it a minute, give it a few seconds to show here. Sega, you have 186 games. Nintendo has 165. So once you've decided you want to play the Nintendo game, press on this middle button here to choose the game system. Okay, and then use the joystick to choose between which game you want to play. So you can move the joystick up or down, and as you can see, there are tons of games, and the games are alphabetized. Now, if you feel lucky, you can press on this top middle button here to randomly choose a game. Okay, so let's see if I can find one that I'm familiar with a little bit. Let's go with Excite Bike. So once you've decided this is the game you want, press on the bottom middle button to select, and then let it load. Okay, so you can use the joystick to choose the racetrack, and then press on the middle button, or if that doesn't work, then the start button. Okay, again, remember that this is the select, and then this is the start button. Okay, so I'll go with track 1, press start again. So depending on which system you're in, these controls varies. So for Nintendo, I know it's these 2 buttons here that act as the B and the A button. So okay, anyhow, you get the idea. And once you're done, when you want to get out of the game or choose a different game, press on the 2 buttons at the same time, just like that. That will take you out into the selection menu, and you can choose again move the joystick up or down to choose between which game you want to play, or press the joystick left and right to choose between different game systems. Okay. And here's the main arcade. Okay. So let's say Final Fight, and I'm going to press on the middle bottom button here to choose that game. Again, give it a minute, let it load. Okay, so for arcade system, remember that the left button is to insert coin, the right button is to start the game. So let's try inserting coins. So as you can see, I press twice and then I have 2 credits. So press again. So as you can see, the number of credits go up. Okay, once I feel that I've inserted enough, we'll press on the right button here to start the game. Okay, so again, remember that I'm in arcade mode. You have to experiment with which button it is that controls your player. So let's say, okay, so obviously this one works, this one not, this one doesn't. So the first thing that I would do is test out to see which button controls your player. So obviously the joystick does. And then I have to use one hand because the other hand I'm holding the camera. Okay, so jump. Okay, got me in the back there. So okay, revenge. Anyhow, you get the idea. So just have fun with it, and then once you're done again, or if you want to choose a different game, press on the 2 buttons simultaneously. Okay, and remember you can play 2 players on these games, so invite a friend to join in. Okay, now for the shutting down part, you would press on the right button here. Let's say after hours of gameplay and then you want to call it a day, you press on the start button here. This will bring you the main menu, which by the way you can adjust the sound of this arcade box by pressing on the middle button here to select. And then as you can see, mine is set at 85%. You can lower the volume or you can increase the volume. I would say somewhere between 85 and 90 would be adequate. And press the middle button to select, or actually move it to back and then press on the middle button. Okay, now to shut down the system here, rather than just simply going to turn off the switch, you would want to shut this down properly by again using the joystick, moving it down to quit, and then press on the middle selection button here, and it would ask you whether you really want to shut down the system or restart the system. So I would go down to shut down and then press on the middle selection button here, and it asks you again. So say yes by pressing on the middle button one more time. Okay, so please give it a minute to work its magic, and then the screen would go black, would go dark, and then after a couple seconds you can turn it off by flipping the switch, the power switch that is on the side. And then with that, as you can see, the marquee light has turned off as opposed to the one that's on, because this one, as you can see, the light switch is still on. Okay, so that's all there is to it. If you have any questions or concerns with these machines, please feel free to call us anytime at 702-867-0035 or email arcadeisbomb@gmail.com. Thank you.